Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I know I said I wasn't going to come on and do a video, but I decided to come on and do one. I was out with my youngest daughter on a field trip, and so we got back early. So I said, let me get on here and do a video. It's going to be quick, though. Yesterday I was talking about unforgiveness, and the day before that I was talking about you are worth the fight. I want to connect those two together because it's very important. I love this movie. It's called Pretty Woman. I love the movie. I don't know if you watch it. I used to watch it all the time. And what I got out the movie was she was a rare jewel, and she didn't even know it. She used to say, "Man, you start to believe what people say about you." And like people used to call her dumb and stupid. So she said, "I just started believing it, and I just stopped. I just basically gave up." She said she didn't even finish high school because she didn't. She was like, "What's the purpose?" And then she met Richard Gere, and Richard Gere, his heart was closed to relationships. He was just jumping from relationship to relationship, and he was like, relationships are not my thing. But at the end of the show, she got the man, and she believed in herself. I never forget, her friend Kit was like, even though we're doing this prostitution, I never thought that this was the work for you. This was like beneath you. This was never your field to be in. And I never forget, he got her these diamond earrings, and she put them on, and she was just so happy and thinking, oh my God, these are so beautiful. And the whole time he was looking at her like, no, you are beautiful. So she realized her worth as a person, and he realized, I'm fighting it, but I want love too. So that's what I got out the movie. She realized, her worth as a person, and he realized, I need to stop fighting it, and I just love that movie so much, because a lot of us, we just put up with a lot of stuff that we shouldn't put up with. I know personally I do. I was just talking to someone on the phone, and they was like, I ain't no sense of walking around depressed all the time. It's cool that, you're not depressed because you're the one who did the things to me. So of course you could walk around and you could be in a good mood, and you're not stressed out and everything's going good for you. But I believe in God. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't do all of that. Like people like, oh, I wish this. I would. I'm not speaking nothing ill will towards nobody. I'm just gonna believe in God, because one day the tables will turn. That's all I gotta say. So I just leave it like that. You don't have to wish ill will on nobody. People laughing at your pain and the grief that you go through. They think it's funny. They think it's cute. Just let them go ahead and laugh. They like, oh, they still depressed. Oh, they still okay. Man, I'm not. Everything going good for me. See, people look at materialistic things. They look at things that's before them now. So if you was to close your eyes today, where you going? That's what people don't look at. That's what I look at. If I was to close my eyes, it's two places you're going. You're going to heaven, or you're going to hell. Where you going? All the things that you have here, you can't take none of that stuff with you. It's materialistic. You can't take that car with you. You can't take that house with you. You can't take that money with you. You can't take them people you laying up with you. You can't take none of this with you. Only thing you came in by yourself, and you leaving out by yourself. So that's what I look at. And that's why I tell people, ain't no sense of getting even with nobody. Yeah, it hurts when somebody's laughing at you. They laughing at your pain. They laughing at your, the things that you're going through. They think it's a joke. They really do. They think it's funny. Just let them laugh. Because guess what? At the end, I was just talking to this woman of God. She was just speaking into my life. And I'm here to speak into your life. The tables will turn. The things that you go through them for a reason. For me, it's to help other people. The things you go through, you ain't going through that just because. I believe in God. I don't believe that God allow you to go through so much pain and things like that for no reason. At the end of the day, it's a reason for everything. And when that person see you again, you're going to be successful. When that person see you again, they're going to be like, wow. They ain't even going to be able to recognize you. So go ahead, laugh at me now. Laugh at my pain. Everything going good for you. Just let them just go ahead and say that. Don't just continue doing you. If God got you, got your hands, anoint your hands to write that book. If God anointed your hands to be a business owner, start sitting down at some business classes and taking some business classes and be that business owner. It's another movie. I like to give examples. Somebody was like, oh, you just be... I like to give examples because I like to connect with my audience. I really do. It's a movie called not the Double Dragon. It's called The Last Dragon. I love that movie because Bruce Leroy, that's his name, the character, he was going around and around looking for the master. And then finally, everybody else seen who he was. Everybody seen that he was the master. But he looking for the master. And at the end, they said, and you will see in your heart who is the master. And he realized that he was the master. And that's for me too. I never forget a girlfriend at the time. She told me, she was like, Tiffany, you looking, I ain't know, you good. She was just telling me, because I used to go on prayer lines and listen to people. And she like, I never knew nobody who could pray like you. You really hear the Lord. You hear him. And she was like, you searching and searching. And you are. She told me, you like the last dragon, right? I was like, yeah. She said, you are the master. And that goes for you too, even in relationships. I'm connecting this back to a relationship. A person could treat you bad, throw you to the curb or whatever, but you got to know your value as a person and say, you know what? I am beautiful. I am unique. If you don't think I am, that's too bad. You got to know that you are. I use the word the master. You are the master. Even if they don't believe that you are. You got to look in the mirror and know it for yourself. And those are I love, it's certain movies I like. And at the end, it's like I get a concept out of watching the movies. I mean, that's my show. You got to watch it. If you ain't never seen The Last Dragon, you'll get that concept. Like, especially people who just going around, they trying to fix. You can't fix yourself for nobody either. If somebody don't love you for you, you can't change your image. I know people want to get surgery, implants, different things like that. If you're going to do it for you. Because at the end of the day, guess what? Ain't nothing going to change. They'll be like, oh, you look good. But if they still want to be out here in the streets doing them, they going to still do it. No matter if you a size A cup to a size triple D cup. They still going to do them. You could be flat, big, whatever. It don't matter. Don't change who you are for somebody else. If they don't love who you are, you got to love yourself at the end of the day. That's why my topic is love yourself and stop searching. You searching and searching and searching, and all along, look at me. I'm looking in the mirror now. I'm not searching no more. If you don't see the value in me, then that means sometimes God hides, put a cover over you that some people can't even see your worth. Did you know that? God will close somebody's eyes that they don't even see what your true potentials are. Because they are not meant for your future. That's why. They're not meant for your future, so they can't see your true potential. Because if they could really see who you are, they'd be like, dang, what am I doing? What have I done? I'm a messed up. If they could see that you that millionaire, they'd be like, oh my God. If they could see that you are that business owner gonna own so many lands, if they could see that you that director or that best author, they're gonna be like, wow, I messed that up. Or you that doctor, that lawyer. They can't see your true potential. They just going off for the outer appearance now. So sometimes God keeps you hidden from certain people because they ain't meant to go with you into your future. That's why a lot of people can't see who you are, because if they could, they'd be sticking to you like glue. And God is saying, before 2020, I'm knocking I tell God now, even if it hurts, remove everybody who don't need to go into my future. Remove them now. There be some people that you least expect to be removed out your life. Remove them out of my life now. Even if it's going to hurt me, remove them now. And God is removing. And he will show, once God show you somebody's true agenda towards you, believe them. Believe it. If somebody's around you, they ain't trying to help you. All they doing is trying to hurt you. Remove them. People might not think, they be like, man, I ain't doing nothing to you. But are you really helping me? If you ain't really helping me, you hurting me. I mean, what is your goal? What are you around for? And if you're around people and you are guys on the same level, you need to remove yourself too. You always need somebody who's going to elevate you. That's me. I like to be around people who I like to be around business owners. I'm trying to be around entrepreneurs. I'm trying to be around people who own property. Really, because whoever you connected to, you gonna connect to that or not. I don't need to be around no broke people. I'm sorry. The 2020, that's why I was telling this woman, the guy, I need to be connected to some people who got it going on. For real. Some people, I need to be connected to some people, some business owners, some people, book authors. I need to be connected to some people. You got to be connected to the right people. If you around the same circle of people who ain't doing nothing, y'all all talking about the same thing. You need to be around somebody who actually doing, not some people who just talking, but people who actually putting in the work. That's when it say what they say, birds of a feather, flock together. If you're around some business owners, guess what? You're going to learn some ideas and some tips on how to start your business. If you're around some people who book best authors, guess what? They're going to help you get a strategy to get that book out there so what? You could be a best author. For real, you gotta watch your circle who you're around. If everybody who you talk to is like, man, I'm the smartest one in my crew, then you need to remove. I'm serious. I can't. And so I can't. I looked at my circle. My circle was crystal clear for real. I'm this circle coming in. You got to be doing better than me for real. Cause I want to be elevated. I want to elevate. I don't want to stay on the same level. If you around people who are just partying all the time, and you ain't doing what we talking for? Seriously, look at your circle and say, man, you shaking your head like we ain't got nothing in common no more. For real, I need to be making with the people who making some money moves for real. Seriously, it's the circle you connected to for real. You got to reevaluate that. Seriously, going into the 2020, reevaluate your circle. Even if it's a relationship and you like, man, some people are so scared. I'm serious. I'm finna get ready to end this video to be alone. They so scared. They like, man, I'm doing good. Okay, how you really doing good though? They feel like, okay, well, everything going good here and there. It ain't all about that sometimes. Oh, I'm stacking up my money over here. All right. But somebody calling me. It's 3 years later, you still stacking up that money. You don't see no change, no growth, no nothing. No elevation. All you doing is talking. Even for me. I said that, but I said that last year. I was like, man, I was determined. I said, I want to get to writing books. And I did that. I was a co-author. I wanted to be a co-author so I can get the help I needed. So when my book come out, I know all the things that I needed to do, the steps, how I got my papers together, the process of getting everything together, so I wouldn't be lost. Sometimes you got to step back and think. Sometimes you can't just jump up into everything. That's how I am. I like to step back and observe everything. I just don't like to jump into something. I like to observe. So that's what I did. That's why I became a co-author. And then the lady who I got on the book with, Kenneth Shaw, she was a best author. She done had over 9-10 books that's all bestsellers. So oh yes, and guess what? A Mother's Diary is a bestseller on Amazon. Oh yes, it is. So I can add that to my name. So that's sometimes you got to do that. So now when I get my book finished, it's coming out 2020. Get ready for it. I ain't gonna give you the title because I don't want nobody to steal it. But this book is phenomenal. So many people that tell me this book is gonna change so many people's lives because I'm putting my tears in. I'm putting the work into it. Honestly, I'm giving it all in this book. This book is from the beginning to the end. You ain't gonna be able to put it down. All the trials I went through, even as a kid up until now. Even with relationships, my oldest is 17. I only had 2 relationships in 17 years. So those relationships, I'm really hitting keynotes. Both of my kids' fathers. The first one is you have to get it. Mother's Diary. I'm talking about my first child's father in that book. The second book I'm talking about my last child's father. I only got just had 2 relationships, 17 years. Both of my kids are 7 years apart, so like I said, I think I did pretty good, um but you have to really understand this book is gonna change. It's gonna be phenomenal. I ain't just trying to sell no book. I'm telling you, if you ever been through some stuff in a relationship where you was, when you came into a relationship, you felt like you was on cloud 20 and this person brought you all the way down to ground level 0. They laughing at you, they making fun of you, they talking about you and everything. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to, I mean, they treat you like nothing. This book, if you ever been in a relationship, a person brought you all the way down, they laugh at you, they make fun of you, they talk about you to whoever they can talk about you to. They make fun of your pain. They know that you going through because you hurt. They making fun of your hurt. If you ever had somebody who did you so wrong, or you ever been in a relationship that you gave your all to. As women, you could have been married and everything, and you wanted your family, but they choose to leave you and go be with somebody else, you know what I'm saying, and pretend like it's your fault. You know what I'm saying, to everybody else, telling them it's your fault, making up things that never happened, to tell them like, oh, well, this is the reason why I left. This is the book for you. If you ever experienced the doctor telling you, well, you'll never be able to have children, this is the book for you. Because the doctor told me at age 16, I will never be able to have children. I had, like I said in the first video, I had a cyst on my right ovary, the left ovary. The doctor was like, you're going to have to be on birth control for the rest of your life. I mean, I went through some things. My belly, like I said, used to swell up like a pumpkin. I used to be throwing up. I couldn't hardly walk up the steps. I used to have to take my hands and go up the steps, badminton on the steps so my parents can hear me, just to lift me up, to get me off the ground. I went through some stuff. Seriously, I have. So this book is talking about all of that. Not having self-worth in yourself, and somebody constantly telling you that you're nothing, and then you start to believe it. Like, man, everybody else around you telling you you're wonderful, you're beautiful, but this person, you like, but everybody telling me this, but the person who I really want to tell me that don't see the worth in me, and you get to this point like, how did I get here? I said that to myself. I saw that's a guy like, God, how did I get here? If a guy did me wrong, I was so quick to say it's over. You ain't finna hurt me, and you ain't finna do me any kind of way. How did I get here? How did I get to this place of allowing this individual for this individual to treat me the way he treated me, and I'm just out like I don't I'm just allowing him to continue to do it. So I got to that place too, like, Lord, how did I get here? I mean, I know I'm a lot of women go through that, like, the person is doing things to you, and you ask God, like, how did I get here? I mean, I asked God like that, and I got to the point of, like, even asking God, it's like, you letting him do this stuff to me, and I'm not doing anything to him. Why? What did I do? But it was for my making, to get me to this point so I could talk to women. It's easy to tell somebody, oh, well, you could walk away or this and that. But if you ain't never experienced it, how can you really relate to me? When I'm shedding these tears and a woman is actually crying, I could cry with you, because guess what? I went through that too. It could be 2 years from now. God will bless me with a king. I could still relate to you and cry and say, girl, I could tell you my story. Pick up my book, and you'll read what I went through. I could shed tears with you, because I had tears shed too when this man was laughing at me when I was going through. He thought it was a joke that he was hurting me. So I can trust me, I could relate to you on every aspect. I can relate. He had no sympathy, no nothing in his heart. He said, I was sleeping good. You know what I'm saying? So that's wonderful that you could sleep and you know that you hurt somebody. Good. That's good. I'm glad that God was working on me while I'm here. Because, see, God don't let me rest. When I do some stuff, he works on Tiffany right. I say I'd rather him deal with me here than deal with me when I go over there, because I don't want him to say, well, get away from me, I don't know you. Yeah, you prophesied in my name, you spoke in my name, but get away from me. I'd rather him deal with me while I'm here. Because God, see, that's one thing about me. My heart is different. If I do something to somebody, I can't rest. I don't want to hurt you. That's not what I'm about. A lot of people, anybody who know me will tell you. They be like, nope, I don't do that. I'm not about hurting, mistreating somebody, or anything like that. If I gotta hurt you to get what I want, I don't want it. Cause guess what? It wasn't worth it. I got to answer. See, I'm scared of God. See, a lot of people they took God out the schools and different things like that. People don't fear God like they used to. They don't. At the age of 18 years old, God closed my ass. And it's a true story. Closed my ass, and he actually spoke to me. I had a true encounter with the Lord. And that's the 100%. So I know he's real. So I fear the Lord. And I'd rather him deal with me here. Because everybody who talks to me, tell me, God said he loved your heart. And that's one thing. And and my mama tell me all the time, she like, man, you care about people too much. I have a heart for God's people. Because the way people treat people, what if God was going to treat you the same way? What if God would have treated you how you treat somebody? He wouldn't have no mercy for you. If he wouldn't have no mercy, you wouldn't be able to. A lot of us won't even wake up in the morning. A lot of people are so afraid of walking the earth. You should be more afraid of when you're going to sleep. That's when the demons and angels are fighting for your soul the most. So the mercy that you don't have for people, what if God didn't have that same mercy for you? Where would you be? So that's all I want to just drop some little nuggets in there. I just want to come on and talk about it. Love yourself. Know your worth as a person. And you don't have to search high, search low. You don't have to impress anybody. You don't have to change yourself to impress anybody either. A lot of people are like, man, if I lose some weight, I want to lose some weight for myself. If you don't like me now, you ain't like me at all. That's one thing my mama say, small, big, whatever. If somebody want to be with you, they going to want to be with you. You don't got to change. If you want to lose some weight for yourself. If you want your hair to be short, long, medium, straight, weave, natural, whatever, you don't have to change yourself for nobody. I love putting on my wigs. I love putting on my hair. I love putting on my ponytails. I like to change my look around. I don't want to look like no plain Jane. I'm sorry. Nothing against nobody. When you see me, I want you to see a different Tiff every day. You know what I'm saying? I always been like that. I like to change it up. I do. I don't want to look like no plain Jane. I like to change it up. One day I might have blonde hair. Next day I might have who knows? But that's who I am. And I'm not going to change myself for nobody. If you don't like it, guess what? There's somebody else who do. And I'm not going to go toe to toe with you. I even got to talk to God in my mind process when I be thinking even bad thoughts towards this individual, you know what I'm saying, because they hurt me and they continue to hurt me and say evil things. God, don't even let my mind go to that place, because like I said, I know it's a heaven and it's a hell, and all I want to hear from you is answer. That's it. So I'm gonna get ready to end this video and say have a good weekend, and know once again, you are the last dragon, but you are valuable. And you don't have to search nowhere. Just look in the mirror. You are valuable.